I hate the #1 spot because it's false advertisement. Stephen A. does not believe it. He's lying to himself. He does not want to see that.
Really?
You do not want to see that.
I don't.
Because every week that they win a playoff game,
that's true.
You're going to show up and you're going to be crying, and then all the makeup team's going to have to be powdering your eyes because they're going to be welling up. You do not want to see the Cowboys versus the Patriots in the Super Bowl, right? You can say that now because, maybe ratings might be higher because all their fans are going to tune in to give you a hard time for all their playoff wins. So you might like that part about it. You do not want to see the Cowboys make the Super Bowl.
Let me explain. I understand that thinking. I'm not even completely knocking you about that thinking. Here's my point, Tim Tebow. I would be absolutely miserable in the weeks leading up to the Super Bowl because you win in one playoff game after another. That's a 3-week period. You win in playoff games, and it would be torture for me. Absolutely true. But remember, yesterday, what did I say? I said America's team. So
I don't know. You say a lot of things.
America's fraudulent team against America's team. This team right here, the Patriots, okay? And this is what I was talking about, Tim. Could you imagine how I would feel, what would make up for those 3 weeks of misery if the Dallas Cowboys resembled the Atlanta Falcons and went up to like 28-3 and then collapsed in the Super Bowl? Could you imagine how beautiful of a moment that would be for me? I think that would eclipse all the misery that I felt leading up to the Super Bowl. That would more than make up for it.
Listen,
that's what I'm saying.
Leading into Christmas time, there's one person that you remind me of. It ain't Santa. It's the Grinch, all right? Yeah. That little laugh, that little giggle, that's before his heart grew 3 times, all right? That's what you sound like a little bit right now.
Come on,
man. I just want the Cowboys to be in misery. No.
I want Cowboy fans to be miserable. I must admit, they're the only people I ever wish misery upon in my life. Only Cowboy fans. No one else. No one else. I mean, I'm a lovable guy. I love people. I'm a man of the people, not their people.
But what happens if they make the Super Bowl? What happens if this comes true? And they're up 28-3, and then they win.
No, there's no misery greater than that for me. That's miserable for me. But I don't
see why this is so evil. Why you remind me of the Grinch is you want to lift their spirits. You want to build them up. You want to get to the top of the mountain, and then you want to steal all their presents.
That's right. And that's exactly what I would wish for them. So all I'm trying to say to you is this. Again, this is not, I don't believe this stuff is going to happen. But if you ask me what is the greatest wish that I would have on Super Bowl Sunday, the greatest wish that I could possibly be granted is for the Dallas Cowboys to collapse before an international audience. Hundreds of millions of people watching. They got a lead. Everybody's celebrating. And sure enough, it just chips away at them, and they collapse like a bag of cheap bricks. And I'm just telling you, know how beautiful that would be for me?
I do believe it would be beautiful for you, and I'm sure Disney's probably going to be making a remake of The Grinch soon, and they probably have a perfect part for you.
Excuse me. What do you always call me?
What?
A Benedict Arnold?
Yeah, traitor.
No. I am coming to your defense. I have a defender for you joining us. I hear we have Sam Acho available.
Where's he at? Where's Sam Acho?
Acho.
What's up, man? Acho, talk to me.
What's up?
Hey, I'm with Tim on this one. I ain't gonna lie to you. You do sound like the Grinch, Stephen A., but I do get your point. That would be an unbelievable game. You talk about a team that's worth, what, $6 billion, a team that hadn't won a Super Bowl in 25, 26, 27 years. Then you play the Patriots, a team that won 7 in a row. The Patriots without Tom Brady. The Patriots with a Bill Belichick trying to prove he's the greatest coach of all time. Exactly, and a rookie quarterback. So I like your list. What I'm probably more excited about on that list is number 3. When you talk about number 3, that Packers and that Chiefs game, we all forgot how Aaron Rodgers said this was going to be his last dance. Yeah. If Aaron Rodgers finds a way to go and beat Mahomes, remember they haven't played, Mahomes was injured or Rodgers was injured, all these things, like that for me should be higher up on that list. So I have no issues with your list. I don't want to see Buccaneers, Patriots again. I think we've seen that story before. Greatest coach, greatest quarterback. I'm cool with that at number 4, but 3 needs to be higher.
That would be amazing.
I got no problem.
We've seen that before.
Buccaneers, Patriots would be. Listen.
When did we see that?
Listen, in regular season, but it doesn't matter. You're right about it. It's on my list for a reason. But this would generate the most headlines of any of these matchups. The most headlines. Tom Brady versus Bill Belichick. But game time, Super Bowl Sunday, when it's time to start balling. Think about the rest of this list and tell me that's what you want to see more than anything else.
I love the QB matchup here again. I think that would be awesome.
What about this?
Brady against Mahomes.
Was Sam right about that?
I think this one would be awesome. But I think for the headlines, this would be so exciting. And I will say, to give you a tiny bit of credit, there would be a lot of eyeballs on this game.
No question.
I just think you're looking at it for the wrong reason.
I'm looking at it for the right reasons. For me, it's for the right reasons, okay?
For you, it's the evil reasons, okay?
Evil is such a strong word. I'm not evil. Cowboy fans.
You were hoping, you were literally giving someone a gift and then crushing it in front of them. That's what you want to happen.
Because that's what Cowboy fans deserve. Nobody deserves that more than them.
Party's over. You're supposed to be the soap opera star. It's very sad you missed the moment.
That's why he loves the drama.
How fitting is it? 31% chance for the Bucks, 31% chance for the Patriots. It is meant to be.
Cowboy fans are everywhere. And they would ordain themselves as Super Bowl champions weeks before the Super Bowl ever occurred. And they would sit up there and they would be in such glory. And then the collapse would arrive.
This does sound
it's beautiful.
like one of his soap operas, right?
Absolutely.
Not like I've ever seen one, but Days of Our Lives or whatever.
General Hospital, man. General Hospital, get it right. General Hospital, man.
Oh, my
General
goodness.
Hospital, ABC.
Nobody cares.
They do.
You know what? Because it's a made-up fictional story.
You understand? General Hospitals are very, very popular.
It is?
It's been around since the 1950s.
Oh, my
That's cool. Do they just keep having reruns or what?
No, not at all. Yeah. Fresh episodes.
Stephen A., it's history like this, history making. Guess what? Cowboys fans are everywhere. You know what else are? Cowboys haters.
Plus, we want real stories.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.